Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above every challenge, while others get stuck in the same place year after year? Why do some people bounce back from failure, while others let setbacks define them? What is the real difference between those who win in life and those who always seem to lose, no matter how hard they try? The answer isn't luck, talent, or even intelligence. It's a single, powerful mindset shift, one that anyone can make, but most people never do. Let's start with a story. Imagine two people, both facing the same obstacle. Maybe they both lose their jobs, or fail an important exam, or get rejected from something they really wanted. The first person thinks, "This always happens to me. I'm just not good enough. Why even try?" The second person thinks, "This is tough, but what can I learn from it? How can I get better? What's my next move?" Over time, these two people end up in completely different places, not because of what happened to them, but because of how they responded. This is the one mindset shift that separates winners from losers. Winners see every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Losers see every setback as proof that they're not good enough. It's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, and it changes everything. A fixed mindset says, "I am who I am. My abilities are set. If I fail, it means I'm a failure." A growth mindset says, "I can change. I can improve. If I fail, it means I have something to learn." This shift might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's the reason some people keep moving forward, no matter what life throws at them, while others give up at the first sign of trouble. Think about the most successful people you know. They're not the ones who never make mistakes. In fact, they probably fail more than most, but they don't let failure stop them. They use it as fuel. They ask better questions. What went wrong? What can I do differently next time? How can I turn this setback into a stepping stone? This mindset doesn't just help them recover from failure, it helps them seek out challenges, take risks, and keep growing, even when things get hard. But here's the thing. Most people never make this shift. Why? Because it's easier to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. It's easier to protect your ego by saying, "I'm just not cut out for this," than to admit you have room to grow. It's easier to stay comfortable than to stretch yourself and risk failing again. But comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to win in life, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable, to try new things, to fail and try again. Let's break this down even further. When you have a fixed mindset, you avoid challenges because you're afraid of looking stupid. You give up easily because you think effort is pointless. You see feedback as criticism, not as a gift. You feel threatened by other people's success because it makes you doubt your own worth. Over time, you shrink your world to fit your comfort zone, and you stop growing. But when you have a growth mindset, everything changes. You seek out challenges because you know that's how you get better. You persist in the face of setbacks because you believe effort leads to improvement. You welcome feedback because it helps you grow. You're inspired by other people's success because it shows you what's possible. Over time, your world expands, and you become the kind of person who wins not who's to unsay, but over and over again. Here's the good news. You can choose your mindset. It's not set in stone. You can start today, right now, by noticing your thoughts and choosing to see every experience as a chance to learn. The next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to get better? The next time you fail, remind yourself, this doesn't mean I'm a failure. It means I'm growing. The next time you see someone succeed, let it inspire you instead of making you feel small. Let me give you a real-life example. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times before he succeeded. When asked how it felt to fail so many times, he said, "I didn't fail. I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's a growth mindset in action. He didn't see failure as a dead end. He saw it as part of the process. And because of that, he kept going until he changed the world. Or think about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Most people would have given up. But Jordan used that setback as motivation. He practiced harder, learned from his mistakes, and became a legend. He once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. These stories aren't just inspiring, they reproof that the one mindset shift can change your life. Winners aren't born, they're made through the choices they make every day. And the most important choice is how you see yourself and your challenges. So, how do you start making this shift? First, become aware of your thoughts. Notice when you slipping into a fixed mindset, when you telling yourself you can or that you're not good enough. Catch those thoughts and challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is it just a story I'm telling myself? Then, choose a new story. Choose to believe that you can learn, that you can grow, that you can get better with effort and time. Next, start celebrating effort, not just results. Winners know that every step forward counts, even if it's small. When you try something new, when you push through a challenge, when you keep going after a setback, recognize that is a win. The more you reward yourself for effort, the more likely you are to keep growing. Over time, you'll notice that your confidence grows. You'll start to trust yourself, not because you're perfect, but because you're willing to keep trying. Another powerful way to reinforce this mindset shift is to surround yourself with people who think the same way. Winners lift each other up. They share what they've learned, encourage each other to keep going, and celebrate each other's progress. If you don't have people like that in your life yet, seek them out. Join a group, find a mentor, or connect with a community online. The people you spend time with will either reinforce your old mindset or help you build a new one. And remember, this shift isn't about ignoring your struggles or pretending everything is easy. Winners feel fear, doubt, and frustration, just like everyone else. The difference is, they don't let those feelings stop them. They use them as signals to pay attention, to learn, and to grow. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. Will you see it as a wall or as a doorway? Will you let it stop you, or will you use it to become stronger? Here's a challenge for you. This week, when you face something difficult, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Write it down, reflect on Italiano, share it with someone you trust. The more you practice this habit, the more natural it will become. Soon, you'll find yourself looking for lessons in every experience, and you'll start to see setbacks as opportunities instead of obstacles. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share in the comments a time when you turned a setback into a lesson, or how you're working to shift your mindset. Your story might inspire someone else who needs encouragement today. And if you want more practical tips and real-life stories to help you grow, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. This community is here to support you as you become the winner you're meant to be. Thank you for watching. And remember, the one mindset shift that separates winners from losers is simple, but it's not always easy. Winners choose to learn, to grow, and to keep moving forward no matter what. You have that power, too. Start today and watch how your life begins to change. See you in the next video.